Welcome to the channel. Today, we explore the extraordinary life of Paulo Coelho, a man whose words touched millions, and whose journey reminds us to follow the whispers of our heart. Let's begin. He was not born with a pen in his hand. He was born with silence in his throat and fire in his chest. In the warm, restless breath of Rio de Janeiro, 1947, Paulo Coelho entered the world, fragile in body, but ancient in spirit. The son of a strict engineer and a devout Catholic mother, Paulo grew up in a house where logic was law and imagination was rebellion. As a child, he was quiet. He preferred solitude. He listened not just to people, but to shadows, to the pages of books, to the space between words. He didn't want to follow the straight path his parents carved for him. He wanted to write, to dream, to burn with the questions no one dared to ask. But dreams are dangerous things. When he spoke of becoming a writer, his parents sent him to a mental institution, 3 times, believing he must be ill. There, behind locked doors, Paulo learned what it meant to lose freedom. But he also discovered something deeper, that even in silence, the soul speaks. In his early 20s, he plunged into the counterculture of the 1960s. He experimented with drugs, mysticism, and political rebellion. He wrote lyrics for some of Brazil's biggest rock stars. His words lit fires in the minds of young rebels. But the fire in him still lacked direction. Then, everything changed. In 1986, at the age of 39, Paulo walked the Camino de Santiago, an ancient pilgrimage route across Spain. For most, it was a journey of the body. For him, it was a journey of the soul. On that road, he encountered signs, omens, and a presence he could not explain. It awakened something forgotten. When he returned, he wrote his first novel, The Pilgrimage. It was a reflection of that spiritual journey, told in the language of seekers. But the world didn't notice, yet. Then came The Alchemist. A story about a boy named Santiago, who follows his dream across the desert to find a treasure. But the real treasure is not gold. It is self-discovery. It is the courage to listen to the heart. The book was rejected by publishers. One called it naive. Another said nobody would read it. But Paulo believed in omens. And he believed that if a story is born of truth, it will find its reader. He was right. The Alchemist would become one of the most translated and best-selling books in history, over 150 million copies, more than 80 languages. But more than numbers, it became a kind of mirror. People from every corner of the earth saw themselves in Santiago. They, too, were searching for something more. But Paulo did not stop walking. In Brida, he wrote of a young woman seeking magic and meaning, asking, "How do I find my soulmate?" In Veronika Decides to Die, he explored the fine line between madness and awakening, between society's rules and the freedom of the soul. In 11 minutes, he dared to explore love through the eyes of a prostitute, asking, "Is sex sacred? Can the body also speak the language of the divine?" His themes were always the same: love, destiny, courage, faith. But his style remained simple. Direct. Almost childlike. Like a wise friend telling you what you already knew, but had forgotten. He once said, "One day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted. Do it now." His books were read by popes and prisoners, musicians and monks, teenagers and elders. He was not just a best-selling author. He was a companion to millions of silent souls walking through noisy lives. Despite fame, Paulo remained private. He settled in Geneva, Switzerland, far from the spotlight. He wrote every day. He posted thoughts, signs, questions online, still guided by the whispers of the wind. He believed in angels. He believed in the magic of everyday life. He believed that each person is born with a personal legend, a sacred purpose that calls to us in moments of silence, pain, or love. To read Paulo Coelho is not to learn something new. It is to remember what your heart always knew, but your mind forgot. His life, like his stories, was never linear. It was a circle. A return. A homecoming. And so, the man who was once locked away for dreaming too loudly became a messenger for those too afraid to dream at all. Because in the end, as he wrote, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. And Paulo Coelho? He wanted to tell the story of the soul. And he did. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the lives of remarkable creators. Until next time, follow your legend.